In terms of the submissions that we did to the planning committee on this bill, and then there was a study that has also been conducted on coercive behavior, which we were also invited to. So we have done submissions on coercive control and coercive controlling behavior twice. Although in both the submissions, the clinic's submissions are very much rooted in the experience of marginalized communities and the fact that marginalized communities and racialized communities and people with intersectional experiences are already under a lot of oppression around criminalization of the existing framework of which tackles gender-based violence. The mandatory charging policies and how they play out in people's lives is something that we are well aware of. And we see that very routinely the same laws and same frameworks that are supposed to protect survivors, they find themselves being wrongfully charged or wrongfully criminalized in the process. And a lot of our submissions were rooted in that experience at the clinic. We did acknowledge that coercive control is one of those most complicated experiences of gender-based violence that needs to be well understood and well recognized, and there needs to be a way to unpack it in our judicial system. But that judicial system is not where we are in terms of our experiences currently. So our recommendation was that there needs to be first of all, looking at what do we mean by coercive control and unpack the coercive control as a definition as it applies, because it is the challenge is that you would you will create a new law which will never be able to be applicable and never be able to benefit the survivors. And then two, to look at the current scenarios of how these situations are playing out in the system so that you can actually address the issue at its core and just not create another, either a band-aid solution or a solution that actually may land up harming and get weaponized against the survivors themselves. So that is where our submissions were designed around and drafted around. A lot of challenges that we see is that the impetus for these changes is coming from what is happening globally, or incidents that you just mentioned that happen locally, and everyone wants to do something about it, and rightly so. We are not at all at any point saying that the coercive control should not be addressed. But the question is this the law that we need? And is this the solution that we actually need for the survivors to actually get the protection that they need from a legal framework?